Okay.
Okay, I can. Sorry, I can only read this in English.
Вам и не надо слушать. Вы по-английски хотите слушать?
По-английски.
You understand?
По-английски?
Yeah. Oh, this one. Oh. Okay now? Well, this is about this catharsis. And in the beginning of your paper or in the internet, you have the point of fundamental approaches to the cognition of reality. And this is a difficult thing to do, but catharsis is depending on this. You cannot have theories which are just theories and say nothing. You have to take the truth. You have to take understand that nature and history are as they are, and they are not different. They are not dependent on theories. They are as they are.
One moment for translate. Yeah, one moment for translate.
Катарсис, которым посвящена эта конференция, он должен быть в основном исторический и не зависеть в сильной степени от неких теоретических исследований.
And you have the second point, organizing levels, elements, and structure of objects. It is, you need, instead of theories, you need qualifying descriptions of observation, not quantifying. As soon as you quantify an observation, it is not true anymore, because the numbers say, this will be forever, this will be for the next billion of years, but nature is not numbers.
Не нужно дискретных каких-то описаний, а нужны как раз качественные представления информации.
Now you have problems of time and space to clear in this catharsis, and here I have the example. I have the what we have found out with the GFMI, the gravitational field measuring instrument, which I have in room 353. If anybody wants to see it, you can come and see it.
В предыдущем докладе я упоминал о тех проблемах, которыми занимаетесь и вы. Пространство, время и информация еще.
And with this we found substance-related gravitational resonance. We do not have gravitation as you learn it at school. Each substance has its own gravitational field. That's what we found with the GFMI. And with that you can prove, for example, faster than light transmission of energy and of impulse. And,
У него есть опыт работы с гравитационными явлениями, но вот последнюю мысль я как-то не успел уловить.
Latest idea.
Pardon?
Your phrase. Repeat once more, please.
Latest idea.
Your idea. Okay. Go
What, say it once more?
Go on.
Okay, continue.
Okay. There's also the thermodynamics and electrodynamics. You also put in this catharsis difference as a theme, huh? And this is we dealt with in the energetic vortex universe. What I said before about gravitation works in vortexes. There's not one single straight line in the universe. There's not one single closed circle in the universe.
Значит, когда мы говорим о гравитации, сюда надо включать электродинамику, значит, мы должны отметить, что когда мы смотрим это с точки зрения катарсиса, мы не можем говорить о дискретности, а должны говорить о неких особых точках, вокруг которых и происходит вращение.
And when we go to the point of energy, engineering, and technologies of new millennium, it is technology actually consists, as Victor Schauberger says, you have to develop something that functions, that works. You cannot make theories, it has to work. And this is, you can put this in one sentence, understand and copy. In German it might be kapieren and kopieren.
Значит, на самом деле наше знание должно сводиться к тому, чтобы понять и воспроизвести.
Now there's to see the dangers of this, of what we teach at school and of what we have to learn at school and at university. The danger is that nothing is correct, because nature is always described in numbers and not as observation. So.
Ну и самое опасное, это, конечно, неверная интерпретация, неверный вывод законов, потому что суть познания, ну, она состоит в том, чтобы вот медленно проникать.
Now, the United Nations have programs about watching the world if any dangers appear. Not just political dangers, like crisis and so, but dangers in thinking, dangers in making us unhappy, so to say, and making work of United Nations impossible. That is a program of Global Watch. And there's also, for example, there's a book about, I don't talk about the book, Keeping Watch, huh?
Мы должны сосредоточиться на тех опасностях, с которыми встречается общество. Я имею в виду не только политические, которые могут быть решены в рамках ООН, но и те, которые он в своей этой книге описал более подробно.
So this book is from the Canadian University, military university. I don't know if you have something like this in Russia, this Global Watch, I don't know.
Значит, там у него приведены результаты университетов, исследований университетов Канады. Ну, российских университетов он просто не знает.
Yes, so in the UN peace operations, United Nations peace operations have this psychological challenge of this watching. The excitation background of the history we learn at school, and which is not correct because we do not recognize the big global catastrophes in the past. Only 1,000 years ago, only 650 years ago, there was very big catastrophe. We don't learn about that at school, even though it is easy to understand when you think of the Gregorian calendar reform. In that calendar reform, you had to take out days of the calendar. You had to introduce a new length of the year. Now that can only be if the Earth moves out of her orbit or out of her movements very suddenly. And we do not learn that at school, but it is logical that it must have happened in about the 14th century.
Изучение истории часто оказывается не очень полезным, потому что те катастрофы, о которых говорится в истории, они для них не формулируются рецепты по преодолению этих последствий. И это как бы делает бесполезным тот процесс, который происходит.
That was the first time the Easter festival did not agree with the heavens, with observation in the heavens. The first time it was 1372. That's the middle 40 in the Trecento, as the Italians still say. Now, these things, of course, if nobody wants to tell that at school, if you cannot learn it at school, and everybody goes after with these wrong data they have in history, which is also in numbers because of the chronology, and the chronology is wrong, because as soon as if you put on numbers, you go into an endless field of difficulties. These wrong things are used by the NWO. Now you write in your things where you have it here. You write that this catharsis conference should be with the the new world. You say new world and steps to new civilization. This reminds us very much of the new world order, which exists since Roosevelt, which exists even before New World Order. Hitler wanted to make a new world order, and this and now the new world order should happen by the Illuminati in the United States. And I don't know who in Russia is responsible for the new world order. I don't know that. Maybe you can tell us.
В символе катарсис-конференции сказано о шагах к новому миру. Значит, но этот новый мир, он уже содержится где-то, или его надо построить. И здесь нам надо предпринять соответствующие шаги.
Yeah. This is what also must be watched out for, this new world order, because it makes difficulties no end in the world. It's terrible.
Вот в этой книге сделаны некие предложения на эту temu.
And that is a political challenge for the global watch of the United Nations. And I now say here, I'm very naive there. I say, you should try from the United Nations to replace the new world order by an intelligent world order.
Go on.
And the United Nations also has a university which should be applied toward studying an intelligent world order. Now, a United Nations university is not taken by national interests. It is international.
В ООН есть университет, который должен вообще заниматься этими проблемами. Но этот университет воплощает как бы единые международные стандарты и не учитывает интересы отдельных стран.
So, if we can see, if anybody, if we can help the United Nations through their university, which is not dependent on national interests but on world interests, to make a program, we maybe can conquer the social challenge. The social challenge of the United Nations is that one.
А неучет этих вот национальных особенностей может привести к усилению социальных конфликтов, которые потом могут вылиться и на уровень Объединенных Наций.
So that's actually what I wanted to say here. The rest you can read in the book. I think you've printed it already, haven't you, in Russian?
Okay.
It is. So, that's it.
You have prepared this in electronic form.
Yes, yes, of course, yes.
Russian presentation.
Yes.
And you
did everything and
will read it.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
I think it will open up.
You have given it.
Yes, it's all read. Yes. Okay.
Он будет продолжать?
Thank you very much.
На русском уже будет показано.
Thank you very much. Сейчас будет сделан на русский вариант перевода, и будет размножено, и кто захочет получить. Есть ли вопросы? Any question, please? Ну, мы подождем. Maybe later, after Russian translate. Chiharo-san from Japan. Question for you.
Очень сильная
Please, in English, please, because in English, please.
Very strong earthquake took place in Japan, you know.
Yeah.
On that March the 11th, 2011. And there was a strong rumor in Japan and around the world
Yes.
that the earthquake was not natural.
This is not
But,
natural, no. But is not
really it is
It is not global
artificial.
catastrophe.
Artificial.
It's a very small catastrophe. It is not global. The media, of course, make a lot of catastrophes from it, but it is not really big. The global catastrophe, just as an example, the global catastrophe.
You're talking about the spiritual catastrophe of all the world. You have talked about that.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't know. The media are not the point to watch, you know. The media just makes sensations.
On the contrary, in Japan, media does not broadcast much information about that earthquake. And
Yes, that's a problem.
almost none, I would say, none of the population of Japan know the real detailed reality
Japan, yeah.
of what took place.
But just as an example, what a big catastrophe was, 650 years ago, with the preceding the Gregorian calendar reform, in 250 years, in the third and fourth, in that time, over 3,000 towns had to be built new. Новгород, Неаполь, all these
Докладчик говорил о катастрофах, и Чихару-сан спрашивает его, как его идеи связаны с событиями в Японии. Sorry, have you got electronic form of your paper?
Yeah.
Yes, you have given it to our engineer already.
Yes, also it's in the internet. You can download it. Everything is in the internet. You can download it.
In the internet or in the hands of our engineer?
Should be in your internet, but I don't know.
Only
Anyway,
in the internet.
in the internet you can download all the papers.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you very much.